Right guys, it's Sunday night, so I haven't really done a lot the last few days. Me and Lucy obviously did the Dark Codex review on Thursday night. We recorded it. Friday night we gamed, and last night, yeah, we basically had a day off, went out with the dogs and stuff. And tonight we've done a little bit. So we did some of the Gene Steel guard tanks. So this is the Basilisk with the Tyrannofex rupture cannon and a Carnifex carapace at the back. We've got the Lehman Russ with 3 venom cannons instead of heavy bolters, and the acid spray for a battle cannon, and of course the Carnifex carapace on the top. And then we've got this Sentinel. So we've got the scythe to count as a chainsword, we've got the death spitter to count as whatever you want it to be. We've got Carnifex chitin on the top and half a venom drop on the back. And I suck with green stuff and milliput, so as you can see we've literally just bobbled it on. So hopefully it'll look alright once it's primed. But yeah, that's even got a Devourer on the front. Lucy has sprayed up the hag. She's glossed. We're going to wash her with Gulliman Glaze, and then some nice top-down highlights. Lucy's also done the ogres, because that's everything I've got left to do for my ogres, and the stone horn, which was half done anyway. So we're hoping to get them done. And I've built 5 more of my snake ladies. I just need to spray, well, glue heads on, and then I spray them separately, because obviously they're going to get sprayed pallid witch flesh. These are going to get sprayed with the flip paint. And I can't remember if I showed you the Imperial Knight Armiger, but if you haven't seen it, it's in the battle report that's already up. So not loads for the back end of the week, but we'll hopefully get quite a bit done this coming week. Oh, where's Lucy's stuff? I don't know where she's put them. Yes, I do. Here we go. Lucy's started to repaint the Dracothian Guards and Vander's Hammer Hand. So she started repainting them because she stripped them a few weeks ago, and she decided on a bit of a colour change. So she's been doing them as well. So a fair amount for us. Let's see what you guys have been up to. Okay, so it turns out that I haven't filmed all week with what I've been up to. I put this shelf up and put all my knights up there, and then put all the other big stuff here, which means I can have the Supremacy armour out and on shore. And there's the Knight Armiger. I also sorted the army cupboard out. Yeah. And when I'm not breaking stuff, I put another shelf up to put all the airbrush and washes and technical paint and everything up on. And I did this Beastmaster, which hopefully you've seen the tutorial for. This is an Dark Eldar Beastmaster conversion using the Black Ark Fleetmaster. So now let's go and have a look and see what you guys have been doing. Right guys, first of all, thank you very much to all the Patreons, and I'd like to make a massive shout out to Christoph, our latest Patreon. So thank you very much for your support, Christoph. And this month you guys have enabled me to pick up the Dark Eldar or Drukhari Codex and cards, and I hope you enjoyed the battle report, the tutorial and the Codex review. So please go and check them out, and if you are able to, please support us via Patreon. So first of all, we're kicking things off with Bazer. Bazer from Underdog Painting, go and check him out on YouTube, has painted a crap ton of stuff this week. First of all, he's done 2 of Garrick's Reavers from Shadespire. The flesh tones he's got going on are looking absolutely fantastic. Next up, he's been working on his Tyranid Commission. And we've got here a Maliceptor and a Turvagon. I love the colouring of these guys, but his client is actually based on them himself. So smashing out these 2 big beasties, absolutely top-notch work, mate. And he's also finished the Iron Skulls Boys and the Skeleton Guard that I can't pronounce. Again, smashing them out. I know he'd done 2 boys last week, but he's finished the others off this week. So massive well done to Bazer, getting absolutely loads of stuff done. Next up, we've got Big Mech Dan Skull. We've got Dan. He's been working on some terrain for Nick Beer's terrain competition, and this looks massive, Dan. I hope this is going to be some sort of Necron pyramid temple. It's a lot of polystyrene and it looks great, and I wish I had the space to put as much terrain as that. But it looks fantastic, mate. I can't wait to see what you do. Go and check Dan out on Big Mick Dan Skull on YouTube. Next up, we've got Bryn Hill, and Bryn, as per usual, is smashing out the Nurgle. We've got the Sloppity Bile Piper. Lucy loves that name. And the Spoilpox Scrivener. He's also been working on more stuff as well. I can't remember this guy's name. Tomrican, I think. But the massive plague dragon with loads of bile and crap coming out of its mouth. And it's fantastic, mate. I would love to see this next to some of your other dragons and stuff as well. Next up, we've got Chris Bannon, and he started work on a Flying Hive Tyrant. Really love the black on the very light bone here. It looks really nice. The base, I love how you've just added little bits and pieces of rubble and broken up metal and stuff to the base. It looks really nice. Next up, we've got Darren Davies from Mark 6 Miniatures. Go and check him out on Facebook. And he's working on 10 Tesla Immortals, because everybody loves Tesla Immortals. I love the incredibly dark metal. I can't tell if it's black or very dark metal colour. In contrast with the white, and then the red just really makes it pop. So I look forward to seeing them finished off, Darren. Next up, we've got Dave Carlton, and he's been working on some Death Guard. He's been adding a little bit of extra green stuff. I wish I could green stuff like this. But yeah, these look absolutely fantastic. We've got the 3 Terminators there, and we've got the Lord of Contagion. And I can also see a Blight, not a Blight Hauler. Is it a Mythic Blight Hauler? The Plague Drone type one in the background. So I look forward to seeing these painted up, mate. Next up, we've got Dave Holden. Dave has smashed it out of the park with 3 bases of Scarabs, and it looks as though it's, what, 6, 12 Warriors and 5 Immortals there as well for Necrons. So I think that's most of a Start Collecting box, which he's managed to get done in a week. So really good job on that, Dave. The bases look so gritty and deserty and dry. Really nice work. Next up, we've got David Shreve, and he's been working on his Admech Castellan robots. One of them there on the left-hand side in a really cool pose, kneeling down, bracing his guns ready to fire with them 18 shots. And then the one on the right looks as though that's a little bit further along in the painting progression. The cream and the red really pops nicely. Reminds us very much of Blood Ravens. So keep up the good work. Next up, we've got Dazza Brain. Dazza, you've got an old Dark Eldar Scourge model. It looks brilliant. I want one. I notice you have swapped the wings though, but nevertheless, the purple and the blue really pops and stands out. It looks really nice, so well done, man. Next up, we've got Jacob from the Warp Forge. He's been working on some Lord of the Rings. These are Knights of Dollarmarth, I think. I'm not as massive Lord of the Rings fan as what Jacob is, but these are looking really nice, Jacob, and I know you're loving your skirmish games at the minute, so hopefully we can see what you can add over the next few weeks. Next up, we've got James McEwen. He's finished off one of his, I think this was a custom chapter he did called the Death Spectres. No, I can't remember what they were called, but James has finished this off. The cool blue lighting effects on there, the absolute atrocious weathering, and I mean atrocious as in really heavy. It looks phenomenal. So check James out, 3 Pointed Circle on Facebook and Instagram. He's always got some updates going on there. Next up, we've got Jay Warchild and some more Emperor's Children and Chaos Marines. Absolutely smashing these out, Jay. You're getting more and more done every week. Next week, see if you can post a picture of how much you've getting done so far. I'd love to see how far you're getting with that, but some great progress there. Next up, we've got Kevin Waite from Rage Against the Dice. Go and check them out on YouTube if you like other stuff that's not just Games Workshop. He has painted Judge Dredd. Awesome model. Fantastic paint job, Kev. Really well done. Next up, we've got Lee Hamilton. You've seen Lee's Stormcast Vanguard Hunters over the last couple of weeks. The cloaks looked amazing, and he's finally getting these, I think it's 10 and Neve Black Talon finished off. And wow, these look great on the battle board along with Azurite Ruins. So really, really good work, Lee. Hopefully we can see what else you're going to start pulling out for them very soon. Next up, we've got Michael Botterill. Michael's had a busy week. He's painted up 2 Castellan robots, of course, with all the Dakar, and he's getting a Datasmith done as well. I really, really love Michael's highlight style that he does. It's very similar across a lot of his armies, but it really, really makes things stand out. The very fine, bright red edge highlighting right round each armor plate there. So really good job, Michael. And of course, he's also done a Knight Armiger as well. I did mine. I absolutely loved mine. Michael's looks absolutely awesome as well. We've both gone red. We've both gone for green eyes as well. But really, really nice job on this, Michael. Next up, we've got Mikey Herbert. Mikey has been smashing stuff out this week. He's finished 10 of his word bearers. This guy is no different to any of the others that he's been doing. He's even got the small script there on the knee plate, so really well done. And he's been working on Logar. Wow, this looks awesome. The glow that you've got going in his hand and from the scepter just going across his armour a little bit looks absolutely phenomenal, mate. Wow. I'm always taken aback by the detail and stuff that you put on the special characters, and this is no different. Next up, we've got Paul Spuddy Shaw, who's been working on his Tower Crisis suits a bit more, changing the grey around a little bit, adding a bit of highlight, and of course he's added that layer of black on there as well, just to start and break things up a little bit more. And these are looking good, man. They're going to look really, really nice when they are finished. Next up, we've got Phil Sanderson, and he has been starting his Knight Army. This Knight Army is bright metallic pink. I think it's metallic pink. It's hard to tell from the light, but we've got a Knight Gallant and a Knight Armiger here, and Phil has called these the Brides of Omesha. You can see the little rose transfers on the front of the Armiger, and you've got the half-naked woman on the shield on the Gallant. Very, very unique style, Phil, and I absolutely love what you've done it. And Lucy is going to want to see these in the flesh. So next time we're up Durham, we'll give you a bell, and it would be nice to see these in the flesh. Next up, we've got Roger Shambach. He's one of our Patreons, so thank you very much for your support, Roger. It is greatly appreciated. And he's been working on some Death Shroud Terminators as well, in typical Death Guard bone colour with the dark green robes and stuff. Looks absolutely brilliant, and I cannot wait till you get these finished off and based up, because I love seeing your work. Next up though, we've got Scott Longworth, and he's been sorting his Space Wolves out. He's been adding to them over the last few weeks as you've been following, and this is how far he's getting at the moment, and it's looking real nice, mate. Real nice indeed. We've got Terminators there at the front that looks to be finished off, and I think is it Stormwolf, I think it's called. It'd be really, really nice to get these all done and see them all together. I cannot wait to see that. Next up, we've got Scott Longworth, and Scott has been working on Mortarion a bit more. I noticed the purples have got a lot more highlights on, and the golds have a lot more weathering and stuff on there as well. Fantastic work as always, Scott, and I can't wait to see what the finished results are. Next up, we've got Michael Sharpie, and he's worked on a custom Vampire Lord for a Sigmar skirmish. And correct us if I'm wrong, but is this Death from Darksiders? Because the model looks very, very similar. And then you've given him some wings from what I can see. The base with him standing on the rocks looks really, really cool. And I love your painting style, so I can't wait to see what you do with this guy. Next up, we've got Will Galloway, and Will, as ever, has been smashing it out with the multicolour, bright colour, red-skinned orcs. He's done 2 mega bosses here, and then he's done some knobs in mega armour. And I think, correct us if I'm wrong, but are they Age of Sigmar Orc Brutes? Because they look awesome, mate. I know you've built Tony the... Is it not Gorkanaut, not Morkanaut? Stomper. I want to see Tony the Stomper in all these bright colours next week as well, man. So keep up the good work, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with next week. And last but no means least, we've got Stephen Dunn, again one of the Patreons, and you saw our game with Stephen, Tau versus Necrons last week, so I hope you enjoyed that. Stephen is taking the plunge into Age of Sigmar, and he's finally finished off these 8 Saurus Knights. He said they were the worst models ever to build. That may be so, Stephen, but you've done a fantastic job on painting them up. I love the little aquarium plants that you've added, and just the little smattering of rocks here and there. Really makes it feel like it's very Aztec-y as it should. I love the purples that you've got going on the cold ones as well. And finally, he has finished off a stealth team. Awesome work as ever in the viola colours. Really, really nice, and I look forward to seeing more Tau. You guys are going to be seeing more of Stephen's Tau as the channel grows and expands, of course. So that's it for this week. Some fantastic work from all of you guys in the community. Thank you very much to everybody that has submitted pictures. If you do want to submit pictures, please get in touch. And if you would like to support us on Patreon, links are below. But until next week, guys, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.